Hi everybody, welcome to Tarot in the Dark. My name is Tori, and tonight we're going to do an ancestor message in regards to a few things. We have an eclipse when I'm recording this coming up this week. This is a full moon in Pisces. I think it's like a total lunar eclipse. It's going to be massive, okay? Like you can feel palpably the energy, if that's even a word, palpably. But anyways, you can feel the energy. So what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at the blessings that are eclipsing in for you. This is going to be your mind, money, and love, okay? The reason why I'm adding the mind into this rather than like career or something like that is because our minds can cause such traps for a lot of us, and we can get stuck in that energy. So this eclipse is going to be pulling up energy from the past that is being asked to be released. It's the depths of you with the Piscean energy that is wanting to transform during this eclipse season in order for you to be able to step into a completely new reality. So let's go ahead and dig in. As you can see here, we do have 3 piles. We have the pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, and I am going to shuffle to assess which card is going to be your energy. Okay, this is an overarching energy. Again, we are going to look at 3 different topics: your mind, your money, and love, what's coming in for you. But let's start with the overall energy. So just an overarching high level view of what's eclipsing in for pile number 1. If you guys want the titles of the decks that I'm using, feel free to drop it in the comments and I'll tell you, because I have way too many decks to know the names of them. But I'll look it up if you ask me. Okay, so for pile number 1, ooh, the 4 of Wands. Wow, love it. Okay, pile number 1. So your card is the 4 of Wands. I think I'm going to do this. It would make my life easier. Alrighty, for pile number 2. These are such beautiful decks too, guys. I'm excited for this reading. You know, we focus so much on healing here, but, you know, with healing for me are blessings. But sometimes it's good to just look into light-hearted energy and to just see what good things are coming your way. So for pile number 2, what's the overarching energy for pile number 2's blessings that are eclipsing in? What are their ancestors doing for them? Ooh, the 6 of Swords. Oh my God, how beautiful. Oh my gosh. I wish I could show you guys the cards at the bottom of the deck too, but I don't want to give too much of your stories away. But the cards at the bottom of those decks are powerful already, and all we're doing is getting the intro cards here. I hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for being here. If you feel like I resonate with you, I would love for you to like, comment, and subscribe. That would be awesome. I appreciate you guys. I'm so excited to be here. If you've watched any of my other readings, you know I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. This is such a blessing for me. For pile number 3, let's keep going so I don't keep being a chatty Cathy. The freaking High Priestess, bro. Oh my gosh, guys. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Okay, so let me zoom in. All right, so guys, here's what we have. For pile number 1, you have the 4 of Wands. For pile number 2, you have the 6 of Swords. And for pile number 3, you have the High Priestess. Now again, we're looking at the overarching energy of your blessings that are eclipsing in for you. This is not specific to your mind, money, and love. This is your overall energy. We are going to look at those 3 specific topics when we get into the actual reading. But this is the overarching energy for you that is eclipsing in. Oh my gosh, sorry guys, I'm dropping stuff over here. So feel free to, that's exactly what's happening with the energy. It's literally just like bloop, here you go, in your lap, okay? That's how this feels. So things just falling into place is what I'm hearing. So let's just allow you to take a moment. Unfortunately, I don't have a sound bowl. My little niecey poo, she tore it to pieces. But anyways, that's a different story. Feel free to take a moment, just kind of refocus your energy. Like, try to imagine yourself collecting your energy from the day. Just collect it, bring it all in. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold to the count of 4. And slowly breathe out of your mouth. Whenever you feel ready, go ahead and open your eyes and just allow yourself to be drawn into whatever energy pulls you in. And I'll see you in the other side, or on the other side, in your groups. Pile number 1. Oh my gosh, guys, let me tell you, these blessings have been prepared for your ancestors, or by your ancestors specifically for you. And the messages that I've been receiving are super, super, super powerful and exciting. So if you chose the 4 of Wands, this is the message regarding the blessings that are eclipsing in for you. This is a timeless reading, so you can be watching this at any point in time. It just means that there's something rapidly shifting and changing in your life that is absolutely life-changing. An eclipse brings life changes into our lives, like big deal changes, okay? And this 4 of Wands, although it's a minor arcana, it's feeling very major to me. So I'm seeing like the Tower, I'm seeing the Death card, and I'm seeing the Fool for you. So there are many opportunities that are shifting and transitioning for you. What I was picking up on before I started your reading was they kept showing me this stone here, right? And I don't honestly know what this is, because when I bought it, I kind of just intuitively go into the crystal store and just buy whatever I want. But I think this is a mangano calcite, or some type of like orange calcite. Like, you notice how it has like this like mango-ish color on it, but it kind of gives me like an opal vibe too. Either way, mangano calcite is connected to the earth and air elements, okay? And this energy feels very grounding to me. I was picking up on that. Also, this mangano calcite represents peace, forgiveness, and health. What I was hearing with your 4 of Wands card here is that there's going to be an abundance of stability, like a shift in stability for you. There's something about you needing to feel safe and stable in your energy that is shifting with this eclipse, okay? So I think you've probably been dealing with some sense of uncertainty around stability. That could be housing, home, like maybe you need to move, maybe you're wanting to move, maybe you live with someone you don't want to live with, you're trying to get out of that situation. It could also have something to do with finances. Sorry, I have to just shift something around, but it could also have something to do with finances. You see how things are being shifted around for you? There's some sense of needing to find like peace and stability in your life because you've felt very unsettled in where you've been, and that's what's going to be shifting for you. This also gives me the energy of someone who's probably been sitting in like a 9 of Swords feeling, where it's kind of like, oh my gosh, like I'm not sure exactly, you know, like which way to go, and I need some support, some guidance, because mentally I feel unstable and unsettled in my current situation, my current experience in life, right? So there's something in your life that has created this instability within you, and you're going to be shifting out of that. It could come with by means of you forgiving, right? Forgiving yourself for, you know, not being able to, I'm hearing for not being responsible. So I don't know what that means, but for someone here, you may feel like you've been irresponsible with your finances or with your resources in some sense. That's coming through. That's going to shift because there's going to be some sense of renewal when it comes to what responsibility actually looks like. There's something coming through to help you. Okay, it feels like an ancestor is sending some type of support towards you to be able to kind of give you, it's like you need a little bit of help You're like, I can do this, but I just need a redo. I need to start over, and I need to be given an opportunity. And that opportunity is going to eclipse in for you. I'm hearing that it's probably going to come in a way that is so unexpected for you and to you. You may be the individual that likes to kind of have a grip on how things happen. Maybe you want to set the tone, or you have expectations that you tend to set in regards to how things can happen. And Spirit is just asking you to loosen the grip a little bit in order for this to be able to flow to you with ease. Spirit is asking that you just allow. Spirit is saying to please just allow the situation to unfold naturally, and specifically Spirit is saying that when you're able to do that, you're going to recognize how powerful the energy is for you, like how powerful things can shift in your favor when you just kind of release the need to know how this stability is going to come in, when, and like who's going to bring it. Something like that. You may also have some, because I'm seeing a lot of Taurian energy, you may have some challenges around accepting help. And that's going to kind of have to be eclipsed out with this energy coming in, because you're going to feel very supported, not only by like people around, but also your spirit team. You're going to feel like your ancestors set you up for success, although you felt like you were maybe failing or missing out or not being afforded the opportunities that you truly felt like you needed. This is going to be a recognition that you haven't been alone, and that you are highly supported in your new space that you're moving into. Okay, this is so awesome. I love this. I'm also seeing someone set their place up. So maybe when you move, this could be like your first place, like maybe you're moving out of your parents' house or something, but there's something about freedom being gifted to you with this opportunity, right? You could be leaving a partner, like a spouse or something like that, and just feeling like, wow, now I have the freedom to actually find like the clarity that I've been seeking. Okay, like maybe this move is going to afford you the opportunity to be able to just have peace of mind, and with that allows you to mature and to grow and to be able to see the things within you that you've always been trying to upgrade spiritually. It's like it's going to give you a boost of inspiration, motivation, encouragement to, again, help you feel like you can actually like find the life that you have been seeking. Okay, this is so awesome. I love this. It just feels very lighthearted. I think you've been carrying a lot of weight. I'm seeing like the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, just carrying a lot of heaviness. This is going to lighten your load, to say the least, pile number one. Okay, so let's look at your mental energy and see what's going to be shifting in your mind. Like what blessings are eclipsing into your mind, your mental space. Okay, I'm just going to grab a couple of cards. Wow, that one wanted to come out. Wow. Okay, I love this. So this absolutely, this shift, these blessings coming in for you have something to do with boundaries that you're establishing. Okay, look at this. This is the Treasure. So let's just call the cards out first, because I'll start rambling if you don't know. This is the 13 card too. This is also the Death card, which we were seeing that in the tarot energy, that in my mind's eye, not physically. I don't have any cards out here yet, but yeah, we were seeing that. I do think that there's some type of financial breakthrough that is going to bring peace of mind to you, because I do feel like most of your energy has been anxiety connected to stress around finances. And let me just show you this really quickly too. The bottom of your deck was the Ace of Pentacles, and you see this gift like coming out of nowhere. It's like in this treasure that you didn't know was around you, near you, or present. This is like a purse, right? It's like something that you already have in your access. So you already have access to this thing. It could be a person, a situation, experience, something. It's going to be able to assist and to provide you with this opportunity to be able to step into something new. and afford you financial stability to be able to move forward. Again, we're going to look into your money. We're doing your mind right now, okay? So look at this, skyward peace. And I'm telling you that because I need to tell myself that so that I can keep us on track. Because if you don't know nothing about me, you know your girl will just start blah, 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 spewing out stuff. And especially when I'm channeling, it just kind of comes through. So I don't want to miss what I'm supposed to be doing. I need to stick to the agenda, guys. Okay, so skyward peace. Inner peace, wow. Upward focus, inner sky, spaciousness, release, letting go, serene acceptance, intuitive guidance, and upliftment. This intuitive guidance is the moon. See, this is how your energy feels to me, is like you're reconnecting back to yourself, your senses. You know, the moon energy is the subconscious energy. It's the energy of the things that lie beneath the surface that we're not necessarily able to palpably touch or feel on a consistent basis. They're the things that we tuck away, that we sweep under the rugs, that we want to act as if they don't really exist. But these things can't be uncovered. This moon energy can't be uncovered until you're able to find safety in just your environment. And I think that that's one of the biggest things that is shifting for you, is your environment is shifting due to some type of financial stability, financial gift that is being given to you. And because of that, you're going to be able to create peace in your mind, because you're not needing to exert so much energy going towards something that is just stability, right? Like they're showing me Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And the very lowest on the pyramid, the first and most basic need of all of us humans is safety, security. We need to have finances. We need to have enough finances to be able to pay everything that we need so that we feel safe and secure. And then the other thing is we need to have a safe place to lay our heads, to sleep, to be able to rest. And so there's something in your environment that is shifting. Even if you're not physically moving, there's a physical shift in your energy that has been affecting your mind, and it is now bringing these blessings, this freedom, this peace into your mind, because you no longer have to worry about outside things. So in your mind, you're going to find mental clarity. You're going to find the treasures within this transformation, is how I'm interpreting this. It's like this long journey of stress and anxiety around finances and stability is going to allow you to shift out of that and into peace of mind. Because of this blessing. I'm hearing this is an all-encompassing blessing for you. And they're saying that's why they brought the Four of Wands out as your overarching overall energy for the blessings that are eclipsing in for you, is because it's going to be very celebratory. And they're also saying that nothing will ever be the same for you. You're going to forever remember this time and this season in your life as the time when your life shifted and you never go backwards. Okay, there's something about cycles here. They're showing me karmic cycles. Let me shift these over because I'm just going to pull a few tarot cards for your mind. And then we'll move into your money, which we have a pretty good perspective on what's happening with your money, because it seems to be that that's a lot of what's going on here. For a lot of you, you've been waiting for this to happen. Again, I think they said earlier something about a long time coming. I think you felt like you've missed out on several opportunities and experiences in life because you haven't been afforded the access to resources. It's like it's been imprinted on you that you weren't going to be able to like do the things that you need to do in life because you didn't have this money, this stability. Your cards that came out for your mind are the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so I love this because Wands energy typically represent action, but oftentimes You have to have some mental energy behind these energies in order for you to take action. So what's shifting for you is the energy of feeling stuck and stagnant, incapable or unable to progress forward mentally. Like to not be able, like imagine you have like so many thoughts in your mind, and I know you're going to be able to connect to this. Imagine you have so many thoughts in your mind that you just can't see the trees through the forest. It's like, what the heck? Like, how do I sort through all of this convoluted energy? Like, how do I find clarity to be able to take action towards something when I don't know where I'm going? It's almost like you've been directionless in your mind, or trying to find direction, seeking direction, like just trying to pull a direction out of somewhere, and you haven't been successful at it. You haven't been able to successfully find mental clarity that would assist and support you in progressing and moving forward. But the blessing that's coming in for you is that that's going away. You have all action cards here. So the mental anguish, because behind the Nine of Wands energy is the Eight of Swords energy. It's the energy of feeling exhausted and tired, as if you are stuck or trapped. But this energy is showing up here, and this is so fascinating, as like she's holding one wand in her hand is how they're showing it, and then there are 8 wands in the background here. So it's like you are taking back control over the things that you have control over, which are your thoughts. You may have done a lot of self-loathing in the past, where you, again, walked in an energy of defeat with that 5 of Pentacles that they keep showing me, the Taurian energy. And that's shifting for you now because you're recognizing that, hey, you know what? I have opportunities. That's the Knight of Wands. I have opportunities, and nothing's going to stop me from getting to them. And you notice how she's holding this wand in her hand, and it's the same wand that he has in his hand. But his wand... his wand is with him, and he's progressive. He's determined. He's made a decision, and I think that's where this Nine of Wands energy came from here, is that you have been trapped in the Eight of Swords energy. Sorry guys, I'm clearly choking. But you have been trapped in the Eight of Swords energy, feeling like you didn't have options. And I think when this financial change comes in for you, it's like now you see the opportunities, because the Knight of Wands is very opportunistic, but also very optimistic. It's Sagittarian energy. It's the energy of, I'm going to go get what I want. Nothing's going to stand in my way. And not only that, I'm going to find a way. I will not stop at a no. Like the Sagittarian energy doesn't accept closed doors, because he's very determined. He's going to make it happen. And this comes for you by you regaining confidence in your abilities. The Queen of Wands is all about confidence. Okay, there's also something that they're showing me, and I've never seen this in this card. You see this little compass here? You found direction, okay? So the blessing coming in for you is you're finding direction, and it's providing you with this resilient energy to be able to move in that direction and push towards it. You're not going to quit or give up or self-sabotage. You're no longer sacrificing your inner peace for the sake of others. You're also no longer allowing yourself to stay trapped in situations that don't benefit you as a whole. You're recognizing how powerful you are, how protected you've been this entire time, that you've been going through this entire season, and you're saying, no, it's almost like I'm going to grab the bull by the reins, is what I'm hearing. Is that the saying? Grab the bull by the horns? Something like that. That's what I'm hearing. So there's a complete shift in your mind as far as the way you see yourself and your situation. Again, no longer succumbing to it, and instead you're shifting your perspective into one that is powerful, and you're saying, I'm taking back control over my life, and I'm moving into more powerful energy by seeing myself as the one who has the ability to make it happen. That is powerful as heck. It's almost like you see the crown here, like you're re-crowning yourself. Like, I'm going to regain what's rightfully mine, and I'm going after it. Nothing's going to stop me. Woo! Pile number 1. What a way to start the readings. Now let's look at your money and see what's coming out, okay? Let's look at your money. Pisces energy just wanted to come out, but the card didn't come out all the way. Oh my God. Do you guys freaking see this? So you may have, let me just mention this because it did come out. You may have Pisces in your chart somewhere. Again, this is a full moon in Pisces, eclipse in Pisces, so this would make perfect sense for this to be impacting you if you do have that Pisces energy in your chart. If you don't, you're still going to be impacted. This blessing is coming no matter what. There's nothing that's going to stop this. You're unstoppable, pile number one. So that's the first thing, is in your mind you're recognizing that, and I hope you see that. The cards are clarifying that. Your ancestors are coming through to say you are absolutely unstoppable. And the North Node card here is speaking to the fact that there is going to be success, okay? You are destined for this success. There's nothing that's going to get in the way. Nothing's going to stop it. And it has everything to do with your ability to be able to learn from challenges regarding people, okay? That's what I'm going to say, because I'm seeing like the Libra energy here at the bottom of the deck. There's something about challenges that you've had with relationships. I don't know if it's romantic. I don't know if it's platonic. I don't know if it's I don't know who it is. Family, friends, sister-in-law, baby cousin, Tracy. Whatever it is, or whoever it's been, you have decided to rise above and step into your power. I think I mentioned this a moment ago, but they keep showing me, so I'm going to say it if I didn't already. You made a decision to like recrown yourself. It's like you picked your crown up and you put it on yourself. You're like, I don't need anyone's help. So now you're going to be successful in the things that you put your mind to and that you're determined to, you know, to move forward, to progress forward with. Guys, oh my gosh, your cards are freaking ridiculous. This is blowing my mind, okay? You have an unusual example of a different way of looking at an unexpected change, basically is what this is. Uranian energy is the energy that we're in right now, okay? Let me check for you. They were telling me before I started your reading to pull out my astrology book, and I didn't. I was like, I'll get it if I need to. But something is in Uranus, and they're wanting me to be attentive to that for your reading. So let's see where we're at. Okay, so the sun squares Uranus on the 28th of August, which is when I'm recording. I'm recording this on the what's today? Hold on, y'all. I never know the dates, guys. I think it's like the 24th or something, but let's see. Yeah, so today's the 24th, okay? So I'm recording this on the 24th. This, again, is a timeless reading, but whenever you watch this, if it's not in the August of 2026 time frame when I post the video, be sure to check and see where Uranus is and how it could be impacting you in that time. But the sun's going to square Uranus in 4 days, guys, okay? And then again, we have this. Okay, so this is a partial lunar eclipse in Pisces on the 27th of August. So within this time frame, I would say I'm hearing like 10 days. Just know that things are going to progressively shift, like from the time that you see this video, which probably won't be until like the 27th, through 10 days from that day, things are going to drastically shift. The sun squaring Uranus is bringing some type of crazy breakthrough for you, pile number one. Clearly, this is something crazy, especially considering it fell on top of the Knight of Wands. That's probably why they were showing me the Eight of Wands in that Nine of Wands energy, because this is completely unexpected. So don't think that you're going to be able to figure out where this money is coming from. Don't overanalyze it. Don't even I wouldn't even feed it, if I can be honest with you. Because if you feed it, it's going to continue to ruminate in your mind like, oh my God, where am I getting this money from? Where am I getting this money from? Just know that money is coming towards you, because you have the last card here is insights to understand the wisdom of, resulting from the understanding of. This is Sagittarius, okay? So Sagittarius energy is the energy of Jupiter, and that's the energy of expansion. It's the energy of, for me, Sagittarian energy represents shifting your worldview into a broader perspective that connects you to the world and the universe. Okay, so how are you being connected to spirit? What lessons have you learned from your past, challenges, mistakes, errors, whatever you want to call them, that are allowing you and affording you this blessing of now being able to see? I think the thing that you've realized, and obviously you can answer this better than me, but just what I'm seeing in your energy is that I think you've realized that you have the power to shift your light, You have the power to create the life that you have dreamt of. And that is powerful as heck, okay? So over here at Tarot in the Dark, this is absolutely what we believe. We believe that you need to honor the past, meaning you need to go backwards in order to go forwards, so that you can heal the now, which will then transform the future. And pile number one, you're doing exactly that. And this is why your money is shifting, because your money is being almost spoken to. Like, imagine you breathe into something. You've been breathing life into your money by understanding how connected your money is to the way that you think and feel about yourself. And because you've been successful at that, coming out of this trapped energy of the Nine of Wands is stagnant energy. The Nine of Wands is stagnant energy of feeling like, okay, I'm just not moving. So what you're doing is coming out of that, being blessed with the opportunity to be able to progressively move forward. And not only that, it's unexpected and it's expansive as heck. Okay, this is a lucky, fortunate, blessed time for you, pile number one, because your money is going to be expanded. So it's almost like, you know what they're showing me, like the story in the Bible where Jesus took like a loaf of bread and he turned it into like thousands of loaves of bread. That's what they're showing. Like how you may look at something as being so small, like in that purse, you know, that purse with the Ace of Pentacles, how you didn't necessarily know that Ace of Pentacles was in the purse, and it's in this space or somewhere, coming from somewhere that's like close to you. Like you probably have purses in your closet, right? So it's like you have something so in such close proximity to you, but you don't recognize how big of a treasure it is and how it's about to bless your life. That is freaking phenomenal. And this is due to you alchemizing the energy, because that's really what you've done. And I hope for like at least the duration of this reading that you will stop and you will bask in and applaud yourself and just give yourself some credit, some praise, some recognition and acknowledgement for how hard this has been for you and how you've been able to conquer and overcome this, okay? And it's not conquering in an egoic way. It's like, no, I actually did something that was badass and powerful, shifting my energy to the point to where now I'm moving into a space of not needing anymore, and I can thrive in my creative endeavors and the things that I have been asking for. I can actually be free from the stress and anguish of not enough and moving into more than enough. And it all shifted by you recognizing that your mind was attacking your energy and your experience of everything in life, including your environment, and how precious it is to ensure that the environment, the people, and the things that you're around allow you to have inner peace and this skyward peace energy here. Focus on your inner self, right? Like recognition of the fact that I need to be able to see these moon energies in order for me to transmute them and to shift them into something different. And what really is happening once again is you've chosen yourself, and now your money is recognizing that, because it is just energy and it's choosing you. Okay, that is woof. Oh my God, pile number one. Whew, I need a second just to come down from this energy. Let me pull a few tarot cards for your money. I also wanted to pull one of these, so let me do this first, because I keep seeing this deck. So let me just pull one of these for your money. Let's see what blessings are coming in for your money. Oh my God, guys. So, oh my gosh. So I've used this deck so many times. I've had this deck for years. I've never heard this. I just heard that what goes up must come down. And mind you, this is the back of the card. It's not even the front. So the back of the card has these arrows here, and they were just showing me like what goes up must comes down. You've been sending pure, like, they're showing me like this waterfall, like a purified energy up. And that's what's about to come down. This is why your money is shifting. Oh my gosh, guys, look at the card. It's the cause and effect. Clarity. I love when Spirit does this. It's cause and effect. That's what goes up must come down. Oh my gosh. And I was so blown away by that, because I'm like, I've never been told to look at the back of the card and pay attention to that. Yeah, your third eye chakra, has been opening up. This is you trusting your intuition, your inner knowing, your wisdom. And this is providing you with stability without even receiving the things yet. So although you may begin to receive them by the time you hear this message, but even before receiving them, you've already become it. And so this is alignment, honestly, like you've been aligning to the things that you desired. Look at this. This is your money, guys. We're still looking at the money. We're still looking at the money topic. Oh my God. Who are you? Pile number 1. I don't know why I wouldn't say 3. Oh my gosh. Pile number 1. The 7 of Pentacles. See, this is you waiting. But this is showing that the seeds that you've been planting are producing a harvest for you. You know, the 7 of Pentacles is something that I think we often overlook as readers. And the reason why is because the 7 of Pentacles is a farmer. It's a card of someone who knows that when I plant this seed, when I plant an orange seed, I'm going to reap the harvest of an orange tree. When I plant a pomegranate tree or seed, I know I'm going to get a pomegranate tree. There's thought here. There's also intention here. And in addition, there is motivation, there's inspiration, there's the inner knowing that when I plant this seed, I water it appropriately, it's going to produce something. It's a faith card as well, right? So this is you trusting that the seeds that you've been planted are going to provide and prosper, and they're going to. This could also come from something that you have been doing creatively with this Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So maybe you have been investing in your creative endeavors. Maybe you've put a lot out and you're waiting for that to return. That's the 7 of Pentacles. Your money is about to return back to you, but it doesn't necessarily have to be in something that you've invested in like tangibly, right? It doesn't have to be like Taurian energy where I'm physically going out and working and doing this and now I'm going to get paid for it. This is more so energetically, especially with the 8 of Wands here. It's showing up that this is energy you've been putting out. Now it's going to return back to you. Oh my gosh. Another thing that they're showing me is that this sleeper card, you see the insight, the third eye is hidden behind these clouds. You didn't know that this was going to actually produce this harvest for you, but it is. You did not know that. At least, I mean, it's kind of like you thought, you hoped, but you didn't necessarily know, like for a fact, which is probably why they were showing earlier that you may have been in some type of energy of anguish, like, you know, the Taurus energy of 5 of Pentacles, feeling a little worried or concerned. But you put it out there, you've been trusting as best as you humanly can, and now you're about to reap those harvests. The Hermit here, I love this, because the Hermit is all about introspection. And you know, it's very interesting to me how as humans, most of us don't realize that our thoughts actually do create our reality. And we were speaking to that earlier about you, right? See, this is all spiritual work. The Hermit is all about spiritual work, introspection, spending time alone, isolating even. We talked about that with the 4 of Wands energy, like maybe you moving or needing to change something in your environment to create a place of peace. All of that inner work that you've been doing is now being like professed, manifested out in your world, in your life, like for you to actually tangibly be able to touch. That is so powerful. They're saying this again, like it's as if we didn't get it the first time. All of the work you've been doing internally is manifesting outwardly and in your finances. More ways than one, because we already looked at your mind. We saw that you're gaining clarity there, which is interesting that this came out here. There's clarity. Also, there's something about direction here, about you finding direction, being able to see the path forward, which I think they also indicated that in the Queen of Wands with the compass. There's something here about you being able to see and find your way forward and aligning to that. And that's allowing you to invest in things that you know are going to reciprocate, because that's another thing with the 7 of coins, is that the farmer knows that those seeds are going to reciprocate. And it's 111 right now. I'm going to flip the camera so you can see. You guys see that? 111. Guys, just showing how aligned you are to your purpose, your destiny, and how things are absolutely shifting in your favor. But it all comes through recognition of who you are. And I love that. I love that. Your time that you've spent in investing in you, which is the most important thing you can invest in, is returning back to you. It's returning back to you. They're showing me something about productivity, being productive in the right areas. You know, a lot of us can be productive, but we cannot actually get things done. That's not what you've been doing. And what they're saying by saying that is, like, you can do stuff that is productive, but you can end up not getting anything done. And it's because you're investing your seeds. You're not planting seeds in the right place. You have learned the key, it's almost like you've tapped into something. Like, they keep showing me like being able to, okay, so guys, during the day, I'm a nurse. So they're showing me somebody who has pitted edema in their ankles. So someone who has super swollen ankles, and then you press in, and that's how you tell how to, you know, like categorize the edema, you know, what level it is basically. And so they're showing me that you have been able to it's palpable for you. You found the key to the expansion, and that is within. Oh my gosh, whatever you've been doing, whatever you guys have been doing in your inner space, your time alone, the sanctuaries that you're creating in your life, they are creating this abundance that is coming your way. Oh my gosh, pile number freaking 1. Oh my gosh. Now let's look at love for you. God, I mean, these blessings are powerful. Whoever your ancestors are, they have had your back, okay? Let me tell you. And it's happening fast, that 8 of Wands energy. You have Uranus here. Guys, wow, I'm blown away. For pile number 1, what blessings are eclipsing in? Oh my gosh, into your love life. Okay, so this is so amazing. It's so in alignment with what we've been talking about. But let me point something out to you. Look at this card at the bottom of the deck. It's gratitude, receiving blessings, thanks, and giving. And it's an 11 card. And we saw that 111 on the clock. You could also be seeing 1111 frequently. But I'm going to pull another card here for your love life. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. Can we make this up or what? Your third eye chakra is here, okay? The frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination, and our psychic powers. And that is also connecting you to love. That is connecting you to, there's something for you that you may not be interested in creating relationships with others in this moment. You may be more self-focused. Okay, I'm going to do it 2 ways. If you're focused on yourself and not interested in love at the moment because you're just going through a separation, divorce, breakup, or something like that, you are finding out that love for yourself is where you find the most peace, okay? The most tranquility, the most alignment for you, like the greatest level of alignment for you in this moment with love is learning to trust yourself. I'm hearing that someone may be interested in the future, like finding love in the future, but that right now you're establishing a new way of thinking, feeling, and being, and you'd prefer to stay more connected to that. Okay, so if that's your energy and you're choosing to stay connected to yourself, then let's just leave it there. For the other half of you watching this reading, you are going to attract in partnerships and connections that are very spiritual in nature, okay? You're seeing beyond the facades and the illusions of someone's physical appearance, their outward appearance. Maybe you had a specific type, you know, before. That's gone away. You are leveling up spiritually, maturing, collecting and activating this inner wisdom, this inner knowing, and that is allowing you and supporting you to align to connections, relationships, people in general that are providing you with a more peaceful state of being, a peaceful state of mind. Like, what I'm hearing is that you're not going to allow anyone into your space that disrupts your peace. okay? You're recognizing that you had to work very hard to get to this space of peace and stability within yourself. You're also recognizing that you don't need anyone else's like safety. There's something in that. Maybe you previously thought that you needed help from others and that you were incapable of doing things independently. You could have like operated from a space of, or a thought process of like scarcity, lack, a lack of individuality, a lack of ownership over your own ability and power and strength to be able to make things happen for yourself, something like that. So it's like you had to work really hard to get yourself to this space of self-reliance and like self-belief. And so you're determined to not allow any type of connection, relationship, or partnership with another to disrupt that inner child who is now safe in the space of you just being you. Okay, that has a lot to do with your love life. You may have felt very unstable within yourself in the past. That's what's shifting. That's shifting for you is that in love relationships, partnerships, and connections, you're no longer going to feel unsafe about you and put the onus on someone else to make you happy, to fulfill you. None of that. You're like, no, this is all mine. You completely are aware of your power. And it's like you're going to make sure that you're the head of your life. You know, like I'm not going to allow anyone else to think that they're going to control me. In that sense, I'm going to be the head of my own life. I get to own and have rulership over my state of being, okay? Including your environment, because they're speaking of that too. So let's see if we can get some tarot cards in regards to what blessings are eclipsing into your love life specifically for pile 1. Ooh, look at this. First card out, the moon. Let's sit with this energy. The High Priestess is at the bottom of the deck. A ton of Pisces energy coming through. You may have Pisces somewhere in your chart, maybe a moon sign. If you don't have Pisces in your chart, it doesn't matter. Like I said, these blessings are yours. But I'm just calling that out because if so, even if you don't have Pisces in your chart, it's just showing how aligned you are to the energy of where we're at right now. Wherever you're at in your life right now is aligned to the astrological events, which is why the energy is so huge for you. This energy is massive, okay? The moon here for you, and they were telling me to just kind of stop and pause and just kind of hone in on this. Your love life is yet to be revealed with the moon here. There's something that, especially considering the High Priestess, oh my God, I'm taking this out. I gotta show you guys. I'm pulling these cards from the bottom of the deck in the order that they are here. So for you, now the bottom of the deck, I'm going to show you this because this has a lot to do with the reading. So they allowed me to pull those cards, and I'm going to tell you about the Five of Swords. I hope you can see. I kind of have my hands in the way. Sorry, guys. I get too excited. But they're showing this here. Your love life is deeply connected to your ability to sit with your past, okay? They're saying that a part of this, these blessings that are eclipsing in for you are meant to empower you. But there's a restorative energy here. There's something about restoration, restoring you back to your original state of being, like who you were before these things happened. I don't know what that means. Something must have happened though. Before these things happened, you were a certain way. And what they're showing me is you were optimistic. You believed in, you know, the impossible. You weren't afraid to take risk. You had something. There's an inner child that is being rebalanced and realigned to your authentic self. And so it's like a calibration that's taking place within you. The blessings that are coming in for you in regards to love is that you're recognizing that this love is to be given first and foremost to yourself, and that as you continue to pour into yourself, the rest of your love life will align to those individuals who are reciprocal. The interesting thing is you have the Ten of Pentacles, Judgment, and Temperance. This is saying that over time, you will recognize through your own revelations of who you are, where you should invest, what's reciprocal, what's balanced, and where you should be vulnerable. Something about vulnerability is coming through with Temperance. But I do think, let me just tell you what I'm picking up on. I do think that the reason why they're not going to show us like specifics in regards to your love life, other than the fact that you're moving towards the 10 of Pentacles in your love life, and that there's going to be some type of an awakening, a shift, or something that comes through with Judgment. But it's going to require your assistance with Temperance, because Temperance is you working with your guides, with Spirit, in order to shift energy around to make room for this. Because that's how I feel about your love life, is that space is needing to be made. Okay, so it feels like there's space that's needing to be made in order to be able to welcome in this abundance of love. The 10 of Pentacles is not just about the tangible, like money, finances, having abundance and prosperity. It's about longevity. It's about leaving a legacy. It's about feeling like you're connected, safe, can trust. But it encompasses the whole of like the things that we dream of, right? I'm hearing the American dream, and I don't know what that means for you. It means something different for each of us, but they're speaking to the fact that there was this white picket fence that they showed me earlier in one of your cards here. I don't know, one of these cards had a white picket fence, the Four of Wands, and they were bringing that to my attention. So, I get it. They're saying that everything that has taken place in your life right now is aligning you to blessings that will eclipse in at the appropriate time, like when there's a readiness, those things and you. They're saying that you're learning right now to be present in the now. And this is the gift. The gift that is being afforded to you is that you're learning how to recover from your past, which I think there's been some deeply embedded inner child wounds that you've had to recover from. And I believe that situations that happen in our lives are only there to trigger those inner child wounds that are needing to be assessed. So you could have had very challenging relationships. You could have had challenges with, scarcity mindset, poverty mindset, lack mindset, limiting beliefs, things like that. Those things are being eclipsed out of your life. Okay, that's the biggest blessing for you, is that those energies are being eclipsed out of your life in order to make room for mental clarity, for money to suddenly appear. Literally, it feels like out of thin air, okay? For you to be given the gift of financial abundance and prosperity, and for you to have self-love that is far greater than any love that someone else can afford you. And it's because this Five of Swords energy is being removed from you, okay? The energy of feeling like you have to fight to win. You have to, it's almost like facing life and the world around you through the lens of needing to conquer it, okay? And this is because of survival. I'm totally guilty of this too, guys. These are inner child wounds that I've had to work on myself. We find ourselves in survival mode because we feel like we've had to, I don't know why they're telling me this, the color purple, I think it was the color purple, and she says, all my life I had to fight. I don't know why they're saying that to me, but that's the energy of where you may have felt like you've lived most of your life. Now you're learning with this energy, these blessings coming in are teaching you how to trust yourself, how to begin to see the world through the lens of love, and how to be spiritually aligned with the things that you desire. I do think that most of you watching this pile number one, are not really even desiring to have romantic relationships. I think you're seeking to have stability. it feels to me more like you guys are, again, on that Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You're looking for stability, safety, security within yourself. You're learning to ground your energy, to stabilize your energy. I do think that, and that's why I also think the Ten of Pentacles came out, is that long term, you probably have a vision to have a family and have stability, have children or grandchildren, or just be able to connect with someone to where you're allowed to feel and operate in the space of, long-term stability, success, and financial freedom. But I think in the moment, you're more focused on just stabilizing your energy so that you can be prepared. And I think the blessings that are eclipsing in are opening up. It's almost like you're in the process of cleaning out the clutter so that you can make space and room for greater experiences and opportunities. And I can't deny the fact that the Ten of Pentacles is here with Judgment and Temperance. This is huge energy. There is love that is going to be afforded to you, again, is what they're saying. They're saying you are going to be offered the opportunity to experience the love that you always dreamt of. However, it has to first begin with yourself, and I think that's where you're at right now. But I also think that this is exactly what you've been asking for. I think your desire is to, and it's because you're a spiritual being who's being spiritually guided. You're attuned to your higher self. And I think that your intention is for that to be most important to you, like your main focus, rather than worrying about other things like people right now. I think you really, really, really are focused on just the very practical, tangible, basic needs of life. And I think this is the most beneficial for you. I think that throughout this process, the blessings that you're also going to recognize is how when you drop the pain and just allow the pain to stay in the past, because this is a full moon in Pisces, so it is a releasing of energies. Full moons represent release. New moons are about beginning. So I think that you're wanting to release the energy that has kept you in a negative mindset and not allowed you to access freedom. And the eclipse is literally thunderbolting this out of your life. Like it's going to be lightning that just removes it, gone. And then once you're out of this energy, then I think you would absolutely at some point be ready to open up to new. But I think you are focused on other things, and I don't think that this is a bad thing at all. I think this is powerful, and I'm excited for you. I'm really, really, really excited. This is such a beautiful reading. I am being told to pull one of these. I want to pull a rune for you because I really feel heavy ancestral like energy here, and I feel like this is something massive for you. This card just flew out. Just flew out. Berkana. Okay, birth, conception, and creation. This is how this feels. I feel like you're birthing a new life. I feel like your ancestors are giving you the opportunity to be grounded in your own energy. This essentially would be like an empress energy in traditional tarot. And you're so aligned with it, you've become it. And so you're being given the opportunity and the blessing to eclipse into a completely new existence in all areas of your life. Your mind, your money, and the love of yourself is being provided, like so much correction, clarity, and direction is what I'm picking up on. Your creativity is going to begin to expound. You're going to be able to feel like you have space to create, and your life is just going to go up from here, pile number one. I mean, there's nothing negative in this energy at all. You literally have had temperance show up twice for you. This is complete alchemy and complete recognition of how you get to live the life that you desire when you bet on you. Love it for you, pile number one. If you haven't already, feel free to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks so much for being here. I'm so grateful for you guys. Welcome to these blessings that are eclipsing into your life. Oh my gosh. Go get them, sis. Go get them, bro. You deserve this. You are so deserving. Oh my God, I'm getting so excited. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Have a good night. I'll see you next time. Bye. Woo! Hi, pile number two. If you chose the Six of Swords, these are the blessings that are eclipsing in for you. So first and foremost, I do want to say that we are going to look at your mind, your money, and love. But I was getting some channeled messages for you in regards to your overall energy, which is the Six of Swords. So these blessings that are eclipsing in are taking you from a place of one specific way of being into another, okay? For a lot of you, you know, typically the Six of Swords represents going from choppy waters, like storms in life, to, you know, like calmer waters. But that's not how I'm interpreting this for you. It's not the way that they're showing it. The energy, it's more so the energy of you kind of establishing like stability within yourself already independently, and transitioning to another way of being. Whatever is coming in, these blessings are going to provide you with some sense of clarity. It's almost as if the fog is going to be lifted for you when these blessings eclipse in. So for a lot of you, I think you've been going through major life transitions. Okay, this could mean a lot of things, so take it as it resonates for you. But the transitions are almost as if you're going from a life that may just be, you know, regular schmegular, like nothing too fancy, into a life that is colorful, okay? And you can take that as it resonates for you as well. The very interesting thing about your pile that I want to call out is that when I was shuffling your deck, this card came out, and this belongs to a completely different deck, okay? And this is the Fool, as you can see. And this card is also, for me, a part of your overarching energy, because first of all, it wasn't even in this deck. I don't know how it got in here. The decks aren't even stored by each other. So this is absolutely, you know, Spirit's plan that this card comes out. But this, look at how colorful this is, okay? This card is extremely colorful. It's also full of vibrancy, of energy, of joy, of fulfillment, of, I'm hearing wishes, but it has something to do with the transition that you've already done internally on your solo journey. Another thing that's coming through, and I don't know if this is going to come out in the reading, but it does feel to me like your transition has a lot to do with some type of connection or partnership that's coming in for you. Okay, it does feel like there's someone in your vicinity, like in your energy somewhere, okay, that's been kind of eyeing you and watching you glow up is the word that I want to use. And it's almost as if they've been waiting for the opportunity to leap in, is what I'm hearing. And so that may come out when we get to the love portion. But before we get into that, the overarching energy for you is that you're stepping into, you're transitioning right now. The blessings that are eclipsing in are supporting you in this transition from maybe, you know, just a regular life into a life that is more vibrant, colorful, and more full of like joy and happiness, okay? Let's look at your mind first. We're going to kind of just put these cards off to the side here just so that we have them in view. And we're going to go into the mind first. And let's just see what blessings are eclipsing in for your mental space, for your mind, your thoughts, your energy around the things that kind of run us down throughout the day. You know, I think we spend a lot of energy exerting like thoughts, mental energy. And so it's nice to get some blessings, especially if you're going to have clarity. Anyways, let's just look and see what comes out for pile number 2. Ooh, you got 2 cards. Okay. Wow. Look at this bottom of the deck energy, guys. This inner flare. Isn't this phenomenal? Like, isn't she standing out? You notice the colors too. We have a lot of yellow in this card. There's a ton of energy. There's release in this card. Okay. This inner flare is about sudden release, intense energy, and emotional eruption. Okay. There are obviously other words here which you can read. Let me try to fix this so you can see it. But this is something that I really do feel like a ton of passion in this too. Oh, it says passion. I didn't, guys, I never read these cards, almost never even use them. But yeah, look, passion. It's almost as if you may have found yourself sitting in a place of like Four of Cups energy, like a despondent energy, maybe just bored with life is how this feels, more than like a despondent or a dissatisfaction. It just seemed like maybe you just weren't living a life full of joy and fulfillment, but finding stability, like something about just feeling okay just by being you, right? And being by yourself. And I'm assuming that that's probably because you came from not finding fulfillment within yourself, but finding fulfillment in others. And so these blessings are allowing you to shift. Look at this too. They're allowing you to transition. This phase shift, this is about transition, guys. Look at that. I just saw that word there. This is about transition. This is a disruption, interchange, transition, disorientation, out of sync, adjustment period, and a temporary instability. So the phase and the state that you've been in up until these blessings eclipse into your life, you have been in a state of kind of, I don't want to say like anything about blocked or any energy, or I'm not picking up on that. It's almost like you've been in a state of incubation where spirit has kind of incubated you and tucked you away in order to preserve you until this moment where you're all of a sudden ready to transition and shift. They are showing me some Aries energy. So this could have been, a time of separation where your team kind of pulled you aside to separate you in order for you to be built up as an individual with the understanding that this union and that these blessings were going to come in to provide you with a completely different lifestyle. And so with that, interesting that they said lifestyle. So I'm curious to see what your money says. But with that comes like an inner shift. It's a transition within the inner you that is being reflected on the outside. And I do believe that this person that's been eyeballing you, watching you, kind of waiting for an opportunity, has been watching the glow up, which has taken place on the internal, but it's reflective on the outside. And this is because you're finding yourself in a state of, I'm hearing statelessness, like in your mind. It's almost like you've learned the art of allowance or detachment, becoming comfortable with just what's happening in the present without looking for, expecting, hoping, wishing, praying for things to shift. There's some type of inner balance that you have created in this time of solitude, is what I want to say, because I'm seeing the Hermit. And that has afforded you the opportunity to shift internally, and that in return is offering you the blessings of having peace in your mind due to being whole and complete and satisfied just within yourself. Wow. So these are powerful, powerful blessings. Oh my gosh, look at this. Inner collage, oh my gosh, inner complexity, diverse aspects, layered self, acceptance of complexity, oh my gosh, non-harmonious wholeness, observation, unique tapestry, and juxtaposition. Never heard that. This is so awesome. They're showing me something in this inner collage about having a mentality that was based on a lot of like black and white thinking. Like if it's not this, then it's that. If it's not this, then it's bad. This is good, this is bad. Kind of judging maybe others, but I think more importantly what they're highlighting is that your mind kind of had an energy of judgment just upon yourself. Like maybe you operated from a lot of self-loathing, self-doubt, self-defeat, things like that. And that the blessing is that that's changing for you. You've shifted your mindset based on the work that you did in your time alone, in your solitude, in your hermiting energy. You've realized that your light is from within, and this has shifted your perspective in order for you to be able to see the beauty in all things. So you may have gone through some challenges in the past and found yourself stuck in the energy of, why did this happen? How do I get out of this? I'm trapped. I'm not going to be able to overcome this. This is too hard. This is, my life is over. Whatever thoughts you had in your mind, those are going away way with these blessings that are eclipsing in, because there's a recognition and an acceptance of how powerful you are when you bring your mind to this statelessness and accept the present as a gift, as well as seeing your past experiences as opportunities to create a masterpiece. They're showing me something about a mosaic here. You know, this is like an owl that's made up, looks like Legos, but it reminds me of a mosaic, and they're showing it as like each piece of the stained glass has to be individually, you know, cut or shaped, however, and it has to be colored individually. And so there's something about picking yourself apart that you may have done a lot of in the past, but picking yourself apart in a negative sense is what you previously did. The blessing is that you're no longer going to walk in self-defeat and doubt by believing that you're the problem. You know, it's a recognition of more of an accepting energy is the best way that I can explain it. Okay? I'm also hearing something too about like your highs being high and your lows being low. So you may have found yourself like really, really, really feeling low, and then finding yourself really, really, really feeling high about things. Like, you know, I'm super excited about this, and then I'm super depressed about this. And so it's like you found some type of balance in your inner world. Okay, I keep seeing the Hermit, so I do think this is a lot about self-acceptance and self-actualization, you know, not defeating and, you know, beating yourself up for mistakes or errors or not knowing, because I think that that's how you looked at it. I think before you may have looked at things in the past like, oh, I made this mistake, which is why I think you often felt stuck. And instead there's a shift, a blessing of a shift in your mindset to where now you're more accepting of the fact that you're a human and that you don't know what you don't know. Once you recognize, now you have power, but there's something in that. I think even recognizing that you have power is a big part of this too. I'm seeing the Queen of Wands energy, so you could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or have those in your chart somewhere. Let's go ahead and see what else is shifting in your mind. This is awesome. What a blessing, right? Like, what huge blessings to be able to shift your mind from mental chaos into a more accepting energy. Your first card out is the Knight of Cups. He flew over here. Isn't that awesome? Like, you know what they're showing me in that Knight of Cups is that you learn that life is like, it's almost like your perspective came from seeing life through the lens of being a game. Like, you know, for each and every one of us, we have to find creative ways to embrace healing, because for a lot of people, healing can be something that is like, I don't know why the word that's coming to me is deadlocked, but it's almost like we can look at healing through this lens that's very negative and can keep us trapped in the energy of being powerless, right? So for you, a way that you may have been able to shift your mindset and embrace this new way of thinking, because I am picking up on like a Tower energy where you had this like epiphany, like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this to myself and I can get out. Like, I don't have to stay in this, right? I don't have to stay in the storm. If the boat is shaking on the water and, you know, underneath me, it feels like I'm trapped going in a circle, all I have to do is take the paddle and move the boat myself. You know, there's some type of recognition, and it came through some sort of epiphany. So this is the blessing that's eclipsing in for you, is that there's a shift in your perspective. So again, back to what I was saying, like some people, so for me, like when I was in school, I remember needing to find very creative ways to study. And so what I would do is I would take whatever I was studying and I would turn it into a game. And then it would just be fun for me. Like I would be like, okay, how about this or that? And use flashcards, and I would draw things, and I would make maps, and whatever I needed to do to try to make it entertaining or fun for me, I would do. And that was the way that I learned that worked for me. Other people in my class, they weren't doing the same thing. And so what I'm saying is that for you, they're showing this Knight of Cups as you finding some way to begin to ignite your dreams again through looking at the world through the lens of being more of an innocent thinker than like an adult. You know, when you're an adult, life wears on us, right? And so as a child, you can think, oh my God, this is so fun. Like, I was just watching my niece a little bit ago, and she's just on the ground. She's 1.5, almost 1.5. She's on the ground. She's just having a ball. She's playing, like, she's unaffected by anything going on around her because she's living her best life. And she's able to do that because she's still innocent. Life hasn't hit her. She hasn't gone through these storms and had to find a way to paddle out of it yet, So because of that, there's an innocence to her. And it's almost like you were kind of finding yourself stuck in the storm, but the blessings that are coming in for you are affording you the opportunity to shift into more of a dreamer in the way that you feel and you sense and you see the world around you. Okay, there's a complete shift in your perspective. And I will say that they're highlighting for you with this is that there's more to be uncovered. So these blessings that are eclipsing in are affording you clarity in your mind in order for you to be able to uncover even more and more and more. And they're wanting to just give you a little bit of advice here, your team. Is that with a mosaic is put together over time, and oftentimes they are so intricate because you have to find the right piece, right? You have to have the right fit. And so what they're saying is that the more you allow yourself to dream and to open and to be willing to see things differently, the more you will uncover and realize how truly beautiful the world can be when you see it through the lens of innocence rather than seeing it through the lens of the storm or the pain, the conflict, and the chaos of the past. And so they're saying that these blessings for you are starting, but they're going to continue to eclipse in as far as your mental space because you're allowing yourself to open up to new opportunities. Now you'll notice we have the Ace of Wands here as far as your mind. This is creative energy. They're highlighting to me the hummingbirds here. And hummingbirds often are about what we were talking about a moment ago, which is just learning to be present in the now, like seeing the gifts that are afforded in whatever is around you, not waiting to get, $1,000 so that you can make something happen. It's like your mindset has shifted into, I'm going to take what I have here and make this work. And if I have to get into this boat with absolutely nothing, I'm willing to, but I'm going to be the one that has control and power over making sure that I get to my destined location. There's some sort of inspiration that has come in for you. So this could come by means of just an epiphany, right? Like we were discussing, but this can also come, this Ace of Wands energy, by being inspired by someone else seeing how powerful you are, being inspired by the fact that you were able to move out of the stormy situations and shift your mind into believing something different, being confident in your own abilities and seeing like, wow, I actually got myself out of that last situation. I'm confident that I can do this again. You can find inspiration in anything. It could be, a motivational speaker that you listen to. It could be anything that you are around or affording into your energy, but there's some sort of inspiration that is opening you up to see that you have the ability to plant trees that produce beautiful fruit that you can actually enjoy. Okay, it's literally showing up as like your mindset shifting into, wow, whatever I plant is going to grow. And you're making a decision. You made a decision to shift from believing that you were stuck or that you didn't have any ability to move on, that you were in this stuck energy into believing that the impossible is possible. And then you have the Four of Pentacles. This is so awesome as far as your mental space, because the Four of Pentacles would typically represent like holding on to something, wanting to control. And in your mind, you've released that. Again, guys, this is just confirmation of what they were speaking to earlier in regards to you learning how to detach and just simply allow. And so this opening in your mental space is allowing you blessings to continue to flow in, because now you're in the flow state. Okay, this is so freaking awesome. You're in the flow state with your mind. That's the blessing that's coming in for you. And I think for a lot of you've been exhausted trying to control. You're tired of being stuck, and so these blessings are going to be huge for you because they're going to afford you this expansion, is what I'm seeing with this Ace of Wands. It's the expansion of your ability to create the life that you desire. And that's freedom. That is That is so powerful. For some of you, this really could have been affecting your finances, and you may have just gotten to the point to where you're like, you know what, I'm sick of this. I'm just going to believe that something great's going to happen because I've been trying to control it and figure it out on my own. I've been planting seeds and they haven't been producing fruit. So I'm going to try something that I've never done before. And then, wow, look at what happens. You try something you've never done before and the blessings just begin to flood in. Wow, 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 wow. Pile number 2. Pile number 1 blew my mind. This is blowing my mind too. I'm just amazed at these blessings and this eclipse energy of, you know, what's just flowing into your life. And it's just powerful, powerful, powerful shifts for everybody. And I just love to see that. This is so awesome. They're also speaking to me about freedom again for you, and that this is something that you've been seeking is freedom. You've been seeking freedom and you've been seeking independence. Wow. Okay, let's look at your finances. So this is the first card out for your finances. Wow. The Adventurer. Oh my gosh. Responsibility and expectations. Weren't we talking about this? I don't know why it's like my camera won't focus. Sorry, y'all. I clearly have no idea what I'm doing. All right, so the Adventurer with responsibility and expectations. The blessing that's eclipsing in for your finances in regards to your money is that you're no longer trying to hoard the responsibility of full ownership of how money flows to you. There's something about you kind of, I'm hearing putting out fires. So, you know, when you're putting out a fire, typically you're putting out a fire because obviously there's a fire and you don't want anybody to get hurt, or you don't want to get hurt yourself, right? But they're showing this as like you've been putting out money fires, like, you know, the saying, robbing Peter to pay Paul is what I'm hearing. And so it's like the fires have been needing to be put out because in your mind you had no clarity or stability in regards to what was yours versus what belonged to spirit. And they're giving me this really big lesson that they have had to teach me in regards to money. And honestly, it's something that I still have to remind myself of. It's something I still struggle with, because when you have a scarcity mindset, or when you grow up with a lack mindset or feeling unworthy, it's very challenging to overcome the energy of scarcity when you have challenges with abandonment and trust, okay? And all the other things that I listed. So for you, they're talking to me about that lesson that they had to teach me. So what I had to learn and what I'm learning still, like I said, this is not something that I've conquered or even just fully grasped all the way. It's something that I'm working on. But for you, so a part of what was shown to me by Spirit was that Spirit is responsible for our finances. And oftentimes we think it's our responsibility because society has taught us that if you don't have a certain amount of money, if you're not able to keep it, if this, and that, then you are irresponsible. And so what we do is when you have those inner child wounds that are affected by your worthiness and a lack of validation that maybe your parents, weren't able to give you, you begin to validate yourself in reparenting. However, what we forget to do is to give the ownership of certain things to Spirit and to keep what's ours. So as a child, if you were challenged with being invalidated, maybe your parents weren't able to validate you, which most of us have that inner child wound, in my opinion. What we tend to do is we get older and we figure we can validate ourselves, but also we are responsible for everything. So it's like you take on the responsibility that your parents were maybe supposed to be responsible for. Because typically if your parents aren't able to validate you, then you there's some type of lack in your inner child. Your inner child is lacking something because they're seeking the validity from their parents. And so we tend to be overworkers, overachievers, or lazy, one or the other, right? So how this shows up is like for you, what Spirit is saying is that you may not have recognized until these blessings begin to eclipse in that shift your mindset what your responsibilities are when it comes to money. And I actually do have a reading, I think, on your relationship to money. It was probably posted a couple of years ago, but I think it's like a pick a card or something. So that may be something you want to kind of check into and see if you can find and watch. But there's something about your relationship to money that has been impacted by your mindset and the challenges that you were previously going through with those. There's some sort of fear that they're showing me with this moon energy, to where you have been in the energy of needing to put out fires. But what they're showing is that your money energy is going to shift, because there's a recognition that you don't have to carry this weight on your own, and that the responsibility of ensuring that you have what you need comes from spirit, and it comes from your mind being clear from thinking that you have to own and satisfy that on your own. See, this is just confirming this Five of Pentacles. So the blessing for you is that there's going to be a complete transformation. Yeah, I can feel that. This transition is completely transforming the way that you even see and deal with money. Oh my God, guys, you have the Six of Wands at the back of the deck, okay? There's something about support, assistance. There's going to be something that comes through and shifts your money, because your mindset is going back to being a dreamer. See, there's another thing here that they're showing in your inner child, that you have, it seems you have dealt with a lot of these inner child wounds. They're just kind of bringing them up to show you, like, these are the things that you've resolved. These are the things that you've done, you've worked on, and this is what's shifting these thoughts and this idea, or these ideas for you. And now these blessings are going to start eclipsing in, because you've been doing a lot of inner work. I can see that. It's evidenced here, okay? You've been doing a lot of inner work. And so what they want to point out is that your ability to begin to dream again produces some sort of innocence. There's a naivety in that energy, which is going to bring about blessings, because now what happens is you forget that you have restrictions, right? You forget that, oh my God, life happened to me and I just came from this stormy environment. And instead, your mindset has shifted into, no, I'm just going to allow. I trust that everything is taken care of for me. I trust that I'll never lack. I trust that I'll have everything that I need and more. I trust that it's not my responsibility. And this is the Death card here that speaks to that. This Five of Pentacles, we know this is about lack. It's about poverty, scarcity mindset. It's the idea and the thought that I have to do this all alone, that there's not enough, that I have to work really hard to get it, that I need to hold on to what I have because I may not get any more back. And then I think I don't know if I mentioned this, but that there's not enough. Okay, those things come from, like I said, that inner child who's feeding and seeking to be, needing and seeking to be validated based on what was not able to be given to them. And so then we take on the responsibility. Typically, like, this is attached to like a father wound is where I would see this most likely. And so what's happened is this blessing that's eclipsing in is that you're no longer sitting in lack. And it's because you recognize how powerful you are and how powerful things can be when you co-create with spirit, which is why the Magician is here after the Death card. I love this. This is phenomenal. I'm not sure if you're recognizing like how powerful this energy is and how massive your life is going to upgrade or be upgraded by these blessings. But this is a complete transformation, okay? And this is why they were showing that you're in a transition period where you're going from one way of living, and didn't they say something about status, into another? Because the Magician is now affording you the opportunity to, and this is awesome too, because you had the Ace of Wands underneath there for your mind. So it's almost like I'm seeing this Magician as you being given all of these different ways that you can make money, like all of these multiple streams of revenue is what I keep hearing. And this is going to come through some generosity, okay? So it could be someone that sees you, recognizes you. It could even be that person that's been keeping an eye on you that we saw in that Six of Swords energy. But there's a shift here that provides you with And it has a lot to do with your mind and your ability to shift your mind. The blessings come with this shift of mindset because you're recognizing how truly infinite your powers are. Okay, it's almost like you're allowing yourself to shed that old version of you that is trapped in thinking that you're not going to get anything and that there's not enough for you, into believing and seeing that everything is possible. It's crazy because it's almost like there's like a timeline shift here for you, is how I'm seeing this. Like, it's like they keep showing me like this alien abduction here with the death card, where you're out, you're doing one thing, and your life just shifts. Like, it's like all of a sudden you're just sucked up and you're put into another timeline. This is powerful. Pile number 2. Your money is going to completely shift. Okay, they're showing me the 5 of Pentacles to being able to have and to produce whatever it is that you desire. Okay, with the Magician here, the Death card, this is major arcana, meaning you have had to go through a massive shift in your mindset and in your relationship and connection to money, which is directly correlated and responding to your relationship with yourself. We don't realize that, especially when we come from where it looks like you came maybe from some of the same, things that I came from, but the mindset of lack and not enough, shifting from that to being able to recognize how you can create everything that you desire. Like that, you literally, there's nothing you can't have. It's literally like the Disney mindset that I dream it and poof my little magic wand and it's mine. It's mine. I don't know why I said mind, but it has something to do with your mind. This is a complete upgrade in your finances. I mean, literal, like night and day. And there's so much growth, but it's explosive though. It's explosive. It doesn't feel to me like, sometimes it feels to me like there's like a slow progressive growth. What I feel is like there's this large generous offering to you, or like maybe you are an artist of some sort and someone buys like your art, okay, whatever that is, music, whatever it could be for you, paintings, whatever. It's like somebody purchases a huge piece from you, or maybe you're a spiritual tarot reader or something like that, and somebody purchases a reading from you and then they just keep coming back, and then it's just like this is affording you the opportunity to pay all your bills every month. You're not struggling. There's something that shifts. Something major shifts in your money. Major money blessings are eclipsing in. Like you're no longer going to be out in the cold when it comes to money. And I am seeing more than enough. I keep saying this, guys, but I just can't. Like you notice that the horses here, there's a ton of, there's an excess. And same thing here with like the leaves. This is just abundance. The butterflies is transformation. The snake, the shedding of the old ushers in a new, where you're going to create your own. I'm seeing a ton of creation. Like you're literally going to create and manifest your own. Oh, that's another part of this Magician too. They're saying, yes, you're going to be able to manifest the money that you need. Like easily though. This is like not doing anything. It's like, oh, yeah, I painted that and I put it out, and oh my God, now guess what? I sold all my pieces. Now I got to do more. It's something like that. But there's also something that I keep seeing in this Magician card. It's something that is very unique to you that you do. So it's like, because they keep showing me this. There's this lady on, I think she's on Instagram. She makes these like popsicle like pictures. So basically like she takes like popsicle molds, like silicone molds, and she puts like different colors in there with like maybe resin or something like that, and then she puts them on like a basically like a canvas or something, puts it in a frame, and she sells those. And like I'm sure there's more people that do it now, but years ago she was the only one doing that. It was something very unique and specific to her. Or like someone who does mandala painting, like it's something very unique that you have the ability to do. And as your mind is allowed and open to receiving these blessings, because that's another part of this too, is that you are closed to receiving these blessings because of your trapped energy of feeling stuck. abandon. I think this is attached to like an abandonment wound, but that is the blessing, is that that's shifting for you, and now it's opening you up to something completely new. You know, when something dies with the death card, it can never go back. So you're never going to go back to that way of being. And you notice that this Five of Pentacles comes before the death and then after or before the Magician, right? So it's like you got Five of Pentacles, lack, no, shifting, completely gone. Now I'm brand new, and now I'm going to manifest and have more than enough money to be able to do any and everything that I want. I literally am picking up on, you see it, you want it, you get it. I keep hearing that song too, and I don't even know who that is. Ariana Grande, something like that. I heard somebody say something about that, and it's making me think of that. Okay. Let's look at love, pile number 2, because, oh my gosh, I don't know what else I could say about your money, but you know what? I'm going to get a different card. I'm going to get another card in regards to your money, because they're showing me this. I want to just get one more card, because I'm telling you, like, I'm sensing so much, like, so much money. Okay, let's see. Sextile. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. Potential. Okay, this is talents. This is about your creative expressions. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, pile number 2. Whatever creative opportunities, abilities you have, please push towards them. The moon is underneath the deck, which is showing that this is hidden. This is the energy that is hidden. It's subconscious energy. It's something that you intuitively can do. You intuitively know that it's a gift of yours, and it's going to help produce finances. Oh my gosh, that is so powerful. And this is the opportunity. The blessing is the opportunities are being afforded to you in the areas of your finances. Look at this. Compassion. This is love. We're jumping into love, guys. I didn't tell you that that's what I was doing. Oh my gosh. And you have universal love at the bottom of the deck, guys. So as far as your love life, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is so awesome. I need to just like read this to you. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. Guys, oh my gosh. You know why this is so powerful? Is because they were speaking to the fact that this shift in your mind is because you're no longer seeing things through the lens of black and white. And this compassion can only come when we stop judging ourselves. I think we were talking about judging earlier, and how you may have you know been used to thinking about things in a very black and white way and judging, I think we even said, yourself and others. And so this is just showing that you've shifted out of that. The blessings coming in for you are allowing you to be able to show love, compassion, forgiveness, and empathy to others through the lens of seeing your past experiences as blessings and gifts that are creating this collage, this mosaic that is the beautiful you that you are now. So let's see who or what's coming in for you for love, okay? Because, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, I think that you have somebody. If you don't even already have somebody, I think you have somebody coming. I was picking up on that. Lovers, Two of Cups, that type of energy. Page of Cups, something like that. Temperance. Oh my gosh. Alchemy again, okay? And then you have the Seven of Cups, and then this one wanted to come out. The High Priestess, the Emperor. Oh, I'm going to get one more. Oh my God. Guys, the Six of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. The Six of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. Look at this. Is another infinity symbol here. Something about reciprocating what you put out is what's being returned to you. Okay. I'm hearing that very loud and clear. Let's go through these cards first, and then I'll pull the others up. This Temperance, you see, this is night and day. That's so crazy to me too, because we were talking about the black and white too. There's so much energy around you being able to see love through the lens of patience. There's a balance. I think we were talking about balance earlier, but there's a balance a blessing of balance that's being restored to you after a period of confusion. Okay, I think you're seeing that you have multiple options and multiple suitors, but that it's most important for you to choose a love partnership and connection that you feel spiritually connected to with the High Priestess here. I think that you could have a couple of suitors coming in. Okay, I think that it's going to be a matter of whether or not, and I'm just going to tell you because I'm seeing this with the Emperor here and the King of Pentacles. I think that these are two different suitors. I do think that one of them is from your past with the Six of Cups here, the way that it's showing. I typically wouldn't read that way, but this is how it's showing to me. You could have someone from your past that saw your glow up. Okay, this High Priestess is one who trusts themselves. So for people who experienced you in the past, they can see that you've grown up, that you've glowed up, and they could be thinking, wow, like, you know, he or she is super intuitive, they trust themselves, you know, your energy feels very clear, it feels very balanced. Remember, clarity is your overarching energy. And so you're in your love life. Oh, what they're also showing me is that your clarity, a blessing coming in is you're going to see why things in the past didn't work out. There's something about noticing and recognizing why you needed to move forward that is clearing the confusion, and it's going to come by means of you seeing your financial stability. Okay, so this is very interesting message, pile number 2. There's something about the stability of your finances being deeply connected to the person that you're in relationship with. And so somebody from the past was affecting your finances in some way, shape, or form. And I'm confident that that had to do with the fact that you didn't feel supported in connection with them. They weren't an equal. And also, they didn't allow you to show up authentically as yourself. There was some type of power struggle there. And the only reason why that's coming through is because what they're saying is that now, because you have clarity, the blessing of clarity, okay, because that's basically the main thing for you, is there's a blessing of clarity that is yours. That's a blessing that's eclipsing in. You are going to be able to trust the decisions that you make. You're going to make the right decisions for you, and you're going to choose the individuals that are aligned with your higher self and that are aligned with where you're going, all while making sure that they are going to allow you to continue to be this boss, this entrepreneur, this creator, this, you know, like you have there's a specific archetype to you is what I keep hearing. So there's something very unique about you, maybe eccentric, very, you know, like individualized. I'm picking up on some Aquarian energy. And so your past challenges, the stormy energy, the confusing energy of your previous relationship or relationships was deeply rooted in the fact that you had no clarity as to who you were as an individual. So the blessing of clarity has allowed you to be able to see exactly who you are. And so now you're going to be afforded love, relationships, partnerships, and connections with those who are just as compassionate as you, because you first are expressing that to yourself. This is so freaking powerful. So powerful. I am also seeing someone who is deeply connected to your soul tribe coming in to share a connection with you. Okay, this is a reciprocal person, someone who's going to give you what you give yourself. Okay, they're going to remind you of how deeply connected you are to the universe and the world around you. It's giving me a ton of crown chakra energy. I'm also seeing that this person is going to open your heart in some way, that it may have been kind of like the door was locked. Okay, I don't feel like it's a blockage. It's more so like the door was locked in the past. And so this new person coming in for you is going to open up access to other spaces and arenas is what I'm hearing. That may be another part of the status change that they were mentioning earlier. I'm going to grab a couple more cards in regards to your love life. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Transformation. Oh my gosh, guys. Peace. This connection, did they tell me that with that card? Did they tell me that with the Temperance? But that's the energy. It's very peaceful. This connection that you're stepping into is going to be very peaceful. It's also something that I'm seeing your ancestors play a role in. Okay, so we know that that's you, the golden ticket, guys. Oh my gosh. This blessing is a freaking turning point for you. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, one that is going to be successful. It's going to be magical. It's an extraordinary event, and it's luck. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm telling you, this is fated. This is why I was picking up on the ancestor energy here too. This is fated. Okay? This is absolutely a person who is going to help you to be able to operate from your feminine energy, whether you're a male or a female. It's just allowing you, this person's going to allow you to feel safe, okay? That's what the feminine energy is reading as right now. It's going to allow you to feel safe, you're going to feel supported, and you're also going to feel like this is the place you were supposed to be all along. There's going to be great appreciation for your previous experiences in your new love partnership, because there's a recognition that if that didn't happen, you wouldn't be afforded the gift of this person here. I'm also seeing that this person that you either have already met or will meet is going to be financially stable, and they're going to be like a boss in their own right, but they're going to not be intimidated by you being one as well. Okay, they're showing me like a power couple here. And this is going to have so much potential to grow and to just continue to do what they showed in that Knight of Cups energy, just to continue to allow things to unfold for you so that more color can be brought into your life. Like there's literally like a soft girl energy to this reading. So whether you're a masculine or a feminine, it doesn't matter. We all have masculine and feminine energy. You're going to feel a lot freer and lighter, because I'm seeing like a weight being lifted off of your shoulders. Like you're not going to have to stress about carrying the weight by yourself. You're not going to have to feel like there's not enough finances. You're not going to have to feel like you can't be yourself. Like you're going to be able to completely express your creative self and be a boss while being a partner and being able to be softer in your energy and your experiences. This is a very peaceful life, and these blessings that are eclipsing in are affording you clarity, peace, compassion for yourself, which is then returning that back to you by bringing in others who are going to be compassionate and loving and kind towards you. Pile number 2. This is a complete transformation, and it's all because of the work that you've done in shedding the old and allowing yourself to step into the new. Just a reminder with that Death card, you're never going to go back to the old way of being, because it's not going to exist anymore. This new transformative you, the one that has transitioned into that Six of Swords energy and taken that leap of faith with the Fool, is absolutely going to enjoy every moment of the new. And again, you'll be appreciative of the old because it's afforded you these new opportunities. These blessings are beautiful. You deserve them, pile number 2. If you haven't already, feel free to drop a comment, like the video, and subscribe if you don't mind. I'm so grateful for you being here. I'm so grateful for these blessings coming into your life. I can't wait for them to start eclipsing in. Feel free to leave us a comment and let us know when these things happen or when you meet these spectacular people, and you're going to choose right if it is a choice that has to be made. But just know that you've done the work, you deserve this, and these are major blessings just for you, pile number 2. Thanks so much. Have a good night. I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile number 3. If you chose the High Priestess, these are the blessings that are eclipsing in for you. Okay, so I was receiving a ton of like channeled messages for you, and there's something about direction. There's something connected to your ancestors, your roots, your destiny that is going to eclipse in. These blessings are going to align you to your true purpose, your true calling, and for you to be able to, it's like the blessings are coming in order for you to be able to see clearly where you're going. Okay, I'm also picking up that your intuition is opening up with these blessings as well. Okay, so I think there's something connected to your ancestors It's like an ancestral gift that is being given to you to relieve a burden. So I think a lot of you who chose pile number 3 have probably been on a path, a spiritual journey, trying to kind of find your way, figure out like what you're supposed to be doing. Even if you're one of those people that's like, oh, I'm just doing, you know, whatever comes to me and I'm perfectly fine. It's like these are the blessings that are the blessings that are eclipsing in are aligning you to your true purpose, to allow you to actually be like, wow, this is why I was put here. Not doing like a bunch of little tasks, but rather doing and being able to focus on, like having clarity in regards to the specific direction that you were placed here to, you know, accomplish. Like, this is my path. They're also showing me like the Empress with the pregnant belly, and so there's a gift, there's something that has been given to you that has been growing, maturing. It's been almost like festering is the word that they're using over time, and there's something about now being the right time, now being the appropriate time. It's almost like they're speaking to the fact that they've been getting things aligned for you, but also they're showing me that there's some type of burden or something that you had been carrying that needed to be released. And so this is Piscean energy. You may have noticed that during or around a Pisces full moon, which we have one coming up during the time that I'm recording this, but excuse me, this is a timeless reading, so this can show and be relevant no matter when you watch the video. But around the time that you're watching the video, pay attention to when a Pisces full moon was. Either already, it may have already happened, or happening in the near future, because that's going to be major energy for you in regards to releasing the weight that you've been carrying and opening you up to these blessings. Okay, so these blessings that are eclipsing in are providing you with clarity. There's also something about a mending of the heart that's coming in for you. There's an image of a waterfall that they keep showing me, and the waterfall has like a rainbow attached to it. So you may have gone to a waterfall recently. Rainbows may be significant for you, but for me, rainbows are indicative of the promises of God, that God promised that these things would come to pass for us. And so this is aligned to what they were showing with your ancestors giving you something, and this being aligned to your like lineage and your destiny. So these blessings are going to be massive for you. They've been covered, almost blanketed until now. And again, that had a lot to do with things being placed in proper order. Like, I don't know why they keep having me like reorganize my stones and stuff. I think that you've had to rearrange a lot of things in your life. And I also think that you have felt like things maybe like not visibly being able to see things happening, because I don't feel like you've had a lack of faith. I think that your faith has actually brought you to this point. I think that you've tried to be as flexible as you possibly could with your human understanding, but you've done a lot of inner work, a lot of introspection, and that's led you to this place. You've allowed these changes to come into fruition. There's something about a level of faith that just believes in the impossible, but also trust that things are unfolding as they should, even though you may have felt detached or disconnected from the events taking place. You've still just had this trust in your heart. Like, I just believe that this is going to work out. And it is working out, okay? So let's go ahead and we are going to, okay, Spirit is telling me to pull one of these cards. I guess I'm doing your reading a little different. I did see miracles and new beginnings at the bottom of the deck. We are going to look into your mind, your money, and love, those 3 specific topics. Guys, I have spirit chills all over my body right now. Your ancestors, your connection to spirit, your angels, your guides is deeply, deeply, deeply present. It's actually palpable. I can feel the energy of support all around. And so they're saying that they've been supporting you, but you're headlining this. Okay, they're like, we're present. We're ever present. but you've been headlining this. So this is all about you. This is about the work that you've done. This is about you receiving the bounty and abundance, is what I'm hearing, that you've been deserving of, that you've worked very hard for, and that you've made several sacrifices in order to receive. Oh my God, I want to start crying. Almost never, I have a couple of times, but I almost never want to cry in a reading. But this is so palpable, it's so tangible, and I can feel the presence and the love of God. Like I can feel Spirit's love just surrounding. I'm feeling a heavy Archangel Raphael presence right now. So a ton of heart mending has taken place within you. Okay, whatever work you've done, pile number 3, kudos to you. Like, please stop and embrace and be present with your existence now. Like, see yourself through the lens of reflection. You know, they're showing me the Bible story that talks about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and they went into a fiery furnace. And when they were in the fiery furnace, there were 3 of them that were sent in. And I don't know the specifics, but I believe the king sent them into the fiery furnace in order to destroy them, right? But when the guards looked into the fiery furnace, they saw 2 other beings, and they were angels. And the guards were like, there was only 3 people we sent in there. Well, obviously they can't go in there, so they're just like, whatever. But that's what they're showing me, is that you've been protected in the fire. So although you may have felt like you were going to burn, or like you weren't going to make it, like these things were destroying you, these things were actually building you. They were transforming you. They were beautifying you. And in return, you're going to be exalted. This is all for your good, pile number 3. And I don't know if any of us can even capture this transformation, because even me reading the energy, this feels much larger than someone that's just receiving these blessings that are eclipsing in. This feels like a completely different lifestyle. It's literally like night and day energy. Whew. Guys, I had to stop and take a break for a second. The energy is so powerful. It's literally palpable. I'm confident that you can feel this too. And I think you've been feeling these symptoms of this upgrade in your physical body. Lots of tingling, restlessness, sleepless nights. Just feeling like you're not able to actually rest, because there's this physical shift within your energy and your body. You'll also notice that this rainbow waterfalls is at the bottom. I just put that together. I saw that it said miracles, but guys, they were showing waterfalls and rainbows in your channeled messages. Were they not? That is crazy. And then I'm sure you saw all this. They told me to pull this deck. This card, it was already at the deck when we were shuffling. You remember? I said I saw miracles and I saw new beginnings. But guys, look at this, and this purification, because this is what they were showing, is like a cleansing with the waterfalls, that your energy is being cleansed and purged. Guys, this is why this energy is so powerful, because I'm blown away right now. I literally had to take, that's the first time that's ever happened in a reading where I had to take a break. Sometimes I take a break because I'm like, God dang, this is so heavy. But this is like, whoa, sister. My golly gosh. Think about this. This is about the blessings that are eclipsing in. So your blessings are so abundant that they're palpable, and they're literally shifting you. This is transmutation. This is death energy. Nothing is going to be the same for you after these blessings begin to pour in. In addition, the whole point of the blessings eclipsing in is that they're happening fast. These are swift, fast changes. This is the energy of someone who's, driving an Uber one day, and the next day they're viral and famous. This is the energy of whatever craziest thing you could think of. The craziest things that you can have faith to believe Spirit for are about to happen for you, pile number 3. And you know, they're playing they were telling me a scripture when I took a break, and they were saying that your blessings are going to be so huge that you won't have room enough to receive them. This is going to feel very miraculous for you, pile number 3. You're going to be like, what the heck? Who am I? And how did I get here? Oh my God, this is an 8 card. Speaking of rapid, this is an 8 card. Oh my gosh, guys. This is literally... it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Like, you are... whatever you've been doing, it's working. And I'm totally leaving this here because this is absolutely aligned to the rest of this. Guys, you more than likely have some type of spiritual ranking your ancestors have bestowed upon you. They've gifted you something that is deeply connected to your lineage. I'm feeling strong ancestor energy here. Deeply rooted energy is the best way that I can describe it. It feels like, beets, potatoes, the energy of things being buried in the ground. They're so deeply rooted, and you pull them up. Like, imagine pulling like a sweet potato up out of the ground, or a potato, or like I said, a beet. That's the energy of it. These are deeply rooted gifts and blessings. These blessings, that's probably why they're so big, is that's what they're showing. Okay, that makes sense. They're saying that they're showing me rooted vegetables because these blessings go and expand beyond you. So whatever is about to come into your life, pile number 3, this is going to expand and eclipse beyond just you. These blessings are not just for you. There's some type of burden and a weight that you've been carrying, and you're exhausted, and you've been exhausted in carrying that burden and that weight. But it's been such a heavy burden because what you're about to receive is beyond anything that you can imagine. They're telling me, to whom much is given, much is required. And so you're being asked to give more. You're feeling such weight, such heaviness, because these blessings are beyond your understanding. These blessings are beyond you. This is like an ancestral karmic clearing. Something is happening with your ancestors. I'm feeling like I need to dig deeper into all of this, but I want to look into the mind first, and then we'll come back to whatever they allow. But they are showing me that in your mind right away, because of this introspection, the blessings are allowing you to introspect with clarity. You're no longer going to be operating from a state of confusion, insecurities, or woundedness. Okay, so whatever that means for you, there's clarity in your mind because you understand the purpose. You understand why you were put here. And so your blessings are shifting your perspective, and you're clearing your mind because you're no longer needing to carry the weight of the ancestral burden. It's being cleared from you, and that's why these blessings are so big. Guys, look at this altered sky. Oh my gosh. Filtered perception, subjective reality, interstate coloring view, unique lens, emotional atmosphere, confident perspective, and awareness of biases. The world mirrors the weather within. See through your unique sky, but remember, you hold the lens. Guys, this is all about you transforming. They were showing me this too. I should just speak stuff when I say it, but your reading is so overwhelming for me that I'm just blown away. But they were showing me in this transformation card that you had to be extremely vulnerable in order to be able to, it's almost like a humility comes before honor type of thing, where you humbled yourself, where you submitted your thoughts, your ideas, your belief systems over to spirit and said, hey, guides, spirit, ancestors, help me to be able to sort through these things. Help me to be able to shift my perspective into seeing a higher perspective. Allow my higher self to be greater than that inner child and the ego that want to keep me safe and trapped in fear. Like, you literally allowed yourself to be completely vulnerable, laid bare before your spiritual team in order for them to support and assist you in transforming this energy. And it's showing, it's evident, like they're showing someone laid like flat on their stomachs with their hands just stretched out in complete like submission and surrender. And this didn't come easily for you because you have the energy of someone who is very strong-willed and powerful. And so you almost had to relinquish every thought, idea, everything that you believe to be true in order to open yourself up to allowing your energy to be purified. And this is it's so hard to do, guys. Oh my gosh. You have conquered the beast, pile number 3. Freaking, oh my gosh, I'm just blown away. You know, this is beyond guys, this is beyond what most people can even fathom. If you're here, my God, pile number 3. I don't think see, this is what happens when we go through stuff like this, and when we have these energies, when we're this personality, we're just very strong-willed. We just kind of conquer and just overcome and just, ride the waves of life, and we can get our tails beat. We can feel like we're being battered at points and times, but when you're able to do this with such grace, such ease, to where most people don't even know what you're dealing with. Like, they have no idea what's going on when you're introspecting, when you're in your time alone with spirit and your guides. They have no idea how painful it is. They have no idea of the suffering that you had to endure to be able to even consider shifting your perspective and seeing the world through a different lens, because that's exactly what this altered sky represents. The blessings that are eclipsing in are clarity in your mind, because you're opening yourself up to be able to see things through a different lens, different from the way that you were brought up, different from your parents, different from your siblings, different from your children, your spouse, different from your employers, different from your coworkers. Like, you're allowing yourself to expand beyond the limitations of society, and this is freaking powerful if you cannot tell already. Your mind is no longer trapped in the mundane energies of this life and this world, right? You're not trapped in the loop of, I need to be doing these things in order for me to appear a certain way, for me to be responsible. You're no longer wearing a mask of what other people tell you you should and shouldn't do. These blessings that are eclipsing in are allowing you to be able to see things from an unfiltered perspective, an unfiltered perception. And you're no longer seeing things through the lens of being subjective, but rather objective. Just kind of allowance is what this energy is. It's the energy of openness. Like, spirit, I had a plan, but if my plan isn't what's best for my highest self, then please don't allow it to come in. I'm opening myself up to miracles however they may show up. Maybe it's not my type. Maybe it's something or someone completely different than I would have ever anticipated and expected. But guess what? I'm there for it. I'm here for it. I'm willing to accept it, right? It's releasing these specifications, the expectations, and the demands that we place on spirit and our team, and say, I want these blessings. You've opened yourself up to whatever is supposed to be mine, whatever is for my best and highest good, allow it to come in. With ease, with grace. And not only that, I'm opening myself up to receive. This is Empress energy, guys. This is Empress energy. This is freaking powerful. Let's keep going with your mind, because I'm blown away. I'm blown away. See the cards, guys. You guys, look at the cards. The Ace of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. The Ace of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. Oh my gosh. Then you have the Five of Swords. This is exactly what we were talking about. The 10 of Swords, okay? This is that suffering, that mental conflict, the continuous fight with yourself to try to overcome the thoughts that you don't want to stay, right? This is literally the energy of like you being tortured by things that have happened in your past that you've been trying to just get rid of and release, but have felt like they've been burdening you. This is freaking powerful. And then you have the Four of Wands. Oh my gosh. My God. Number 3. Oh my gosh. Guys, you have no idea. Oh my God. I think you have an idea, but I don't think you have an idea. I think you know that something is shifting. I think you can feel that you're aligning yourself to it, but I don't think you realize how massive the shifts have been that you've been making. I don't think you have the ability to tangibly grasp and hold on. Like, you can't pick up and hold what you've done. You don't recognize spiritually the impact of what you've done has on the blessings that you're receiving. Like, I don't think you realize that. And it's so crazy because the Pisces full moon, any Pisces full moon is absolutely about this. But when I'm recording this, we're like a day away from the Pisces full moon, which is a lunar eclipse as well. This is about like intensifying the energy of the full moon. Pisces energy, which is also again that high priestess energy, is all about releasing the things that are deeply embedded and that we're kind of stuck to. You know, Pisces energy is seen as the hanged man, right? As well as other cards in tarot, but I'm just going to give this one as an example. The hangman. The hangman for me can also be a little bit of a devil energy, and I'll tell you why I think that. And this is just my perception based on my studies and my own time with the energy of the cards. Hangman energy can find itself trapped in things and situations that it should be uncomfortable in. Like, imagine being upside down, all the blood is rushing to your head, you're upside down for an hour, you're going to be like, I cannot stay here. This is so, you can't even stay there probably for 10 minutes, okay? You're going to be uncomfortable, you're going to be feeling dizzy, lightheaded. The hangman should be uncomfortable. But what the hangman will do when it's operating from its shadow self, that inner child, that fear, ego-based self, it'll say, oh, it's fine, I'll make do with this. It's willing to sacrifice itself for the sake of not actually facing things head on due to fear of how that's going to impact everyone else around them and oftentimes themselves. How uncomfortable am I going to be if I flip myself upside down? Because I've been so comfortable being in this position for so long that I don't know anything different. And so this is this energy here. You were uncomfortable in something, you were comfortable in something you should have been uncomfortable in. And I think this is all about your mind. It's mental energy here. So I think within your mind, you were comfortable in defeating and doubting yourself and believing that you were incapable, and also in kind of accepting the fact that other people were treating you the same way that you were treating yourself. The clarity came with this altered sky energy of you shifting your perception. No longer is it about me disrupting myself and keeping myself down and blaming other people for it, or even blaming myself for not being able to get out of it. No, this is about I have the power to be able to take action towards what I think, what I do with my thoughts, and how much I allow them to keep me down. Because the Five of Swords and the Ten of Swords energy represents the need to fight, to defend something, but already being defeated. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like your energy is showing up as like your mind was in a space of feeling already defeated without even really giving it a fight. And so the clarity for you, that the blessings in your mind, is that you're going to have clarity in regards to your perception and the way that you see things and experiences, and you're stepping into a more celebratory mindset. It's a mindset that says success, victory, with the Four of Wands here, right? It says success and victory are mine to claim, and I'm going for them. I'm not going to allow anything to keep me down. I mean, godly, can you look at this energy? I mean, godly, I hope you're a tarot reader so that you can see and you're like, what the, because that's how I am. I'm like, what the, what? This is insane. This is insane, guys. This is like never seen before energy. And I'm not, trust me, you ain't never heard me say that before. I'm not saying that to stroke your ego or anything. I'm blown away because this is so powerful. And I really, 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 really just keep asking your guides and our team to just help you to see how freaking powerful you are. Like, I really, really, really want you to feel celebrated and kind of exalted in this moment, if I can be honest with you. Because you should be. You deserve this. You did this work, guys, and this is hard as HE double hockey stick. This is literally like a 1%er energy here. And I'm not trying to make you feel special or anything like that. I want you to see how powerful you are. I want you to see that you deserve to sit on that throne. I want you to see that you deserve that 10 of Pentacles, that 10 of Cups, and beyond. I mean, like, I don't even feel like those things fit you. I feel like you deserve greater than a 10 of Pentacles, greater than a 10 of Cups. And it's because you have done this work, and it has been massive in regards to opening you up to be able to receive. Because when you're also in this energy, it's very hard to think that you're even deserving of receiving anything. It's the energy of not having anything in me. Like, I just don't have anything in me. And your mind is shifting. The blessings on your mind are that you're no longer going to sit in defeat and in doubt and in self-doubt, self-loathing, self-defeat. Instead, you're going to operate from a space of expectation, of anticipation, with the Four of Wands, of believing and knowing that good things are yours. Not even that they're coming, they're telling me. They're like, no, it's not. You're not waiting for something to come. It is you. It is you. You are stable in the foundation of your identity, and that's what shifted your mindset. God, oh my gosh. When I saw that it was clear, I was like, this has to be something about like clarity or something. But look at this card, okay? I didn't even do this for the other piles. You guys probably know if you watch any of my other readings, I really allow spirit to just move. Whatever the ancestor spirit or angels tell me to do, I'm doing it. I'm like, all right, I don't care. I don't have a plan here. Okay, my plan is to show up and to hope and pray and trust that you're going to get everything that you need. And half the time, I don't even know what the heck is going on. I'm just following them. Because clearly, if you knew your girl outside of sitting at this table, you'd be like, she don't have a freaking clue. Okay, anyways. So, calcite, I actually do. I'm just being funny. Amplify, cleanse, open. Oh my gosh. Read the first line here. The first two words. Double trouble. Calcite has a unique optical quality. When you are looking through the stone, it appears doubled. Oh my God. You know what they're telling me is that's why the blessings, the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, don't seem like enough for you, because you're so deserving of more. Oh my God. I want to scream, and I need to stop, so I'm not screaming in your ear. I'm sorry. Calcite can amplify energy for higher awareness and healing, pairing well with other crystals and taking on their attributes to increase their metaphysical abilities. A powerful dissolver. Yes, this is what's happened in your mind. Calcite transforms negative energy for release and renewal. It also aligns the chakras, cleansing the aura of toxicity and renewing energy flow. Oh my God, pile number 3. This is so powerful. Calcite reminds you that there is always a new beginning. You just have to decide when to start. Cancer and Venus. Guys, this is absolutely powerful, because that's exactly what that Ace of Swords was speaking to. Speaking to the fact that the blessings that are eclipsing into you is having clarity in regards to whether or not you're going to make a decision to choose to move towards your success and your victory, rather than sitting in self-doubt, defeat, and loathing. I mean, I don't need to say anything else about your mind. The blessings eclipsing into your mind is this clarity that is being amplified and expounding in even greater ways. Let's get into your money. I mean, I don't know. Can we handle this? Can you handle this, pile number 3? Because this is a lot for me. I'm like, girl, guy, this is phenomenal. All right, your money. Oh my gosh. The captain. No way. Duh, right? Taking command and teamwork. Oh my gosh, guys. I have to show you the bottom deck energy too, the runaway, secrets, and running from problems. Let me just say that this was in the reverse. I flipped it like this, right? So this is what you chose to stop doing. You chose to stop running from problems, and instead you chose to sit with the secrets of your lineage, your family, your ancestors, and deal with those things. This means clearing out challenges and relationship to money, the relationships to your mind. How do you deal with your mental health? Are you allowing yourself space? Are you defeating yourself? Are you beating yourself up? Are you allowing yourself to be a human? Are you seeing money through the lens of something that requires you to suffer or work very hard and be aggressive in order to get it? When you get it, do you need to hoard it? Do you need to hold on to it? Are you selfish with your money, or are you an overgiver? Are you giving it all away and not keeping anything for yourself? You've dealt with and faced head on these energies in an attempt to bring some peace and stability into your life without realizing that those were the gateways to open you up to now being the boss of your finances. I'm seeing here you making deals with others, connecting and partnering with people who are kind of guiding and supporting you along the path. Now, you're the head, you're the captain here, you're the boss when it comes to your finances, but I'm seeing several other supportive, assistive, like hands being offered to you to get you to your destined or desired outcome when it comes to your finances. I think in the past you probably haven't necessarily been willing to trust people when it came to finances, or even working with people in partnerships and collaborations when it comes to financial stuff. And I think it's because you've probably been burned before by others, maybe feeling like others have kind of disappointed you or let you down. This doesn't mean that you're going to necessarily give money to somebody, but what it means is that you're going to be willing to collaborate with people in order to be able to expand your business, is what I'm hearing. So you may be starting up or initiating a new business. These blessings may eclipse in some new, opportunities for you. What often happens is when we have the 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords energy in our minds, we don't have space for new creative ideas to come through. So what's going to happen is these blessings eclipsing in for you are affording you the opportunity to be able to open up and allow yourself to share your experiences and to create and produce wealth. This is wow. Wow, pile number 3. Let's see if I can get some tarot cards. Whew. A lot of inner child healing here, guys. A lot has been done. And I just saw the Hermit. That's that introspection that they were showing earlier. Okay, let's talk about money. Pile number 3. One more card, please. Oh my gosh. Guys, look at the bottom of the deck. The King of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's the business owner. The King of Pentacles is never lacking anything financially, okay? He is never at a deficit. He has more than enough. He's constantly building, and he is extremely wise when it comes to managing and handling business, entrepreneurship. He's the one who will do exactly what I'm about to show you, the 7 of Cups energy. He's going to invest in several different spaces in order for him to have an abundance and to maintain it and to keep it, not only for himself but for his family. And that's what they were speaking to earlier too, in regards to this being greater than you. These blessings are not just for you. These blessings are for you, your lineage, and everyone else that you want to support. Okay, there's some type of crown or something that is being given to you financially. I don't know what that means, so let's just kind of sit with the energy and we'll see what we get. The Knight of Cups. Ooh, I love it. This is the dreamer. This is the dreamer, and the 2 of Pentacles. Your finances are shifting from an energy of being imbalanced and unsteady. Maybe, feeling like you just can't sort through. You have to take from here to be able to put it here. Something like that. And your finances is going to shift. So you're no longer going to be juggling to try to figure things out, and instead you're going to know where to invest and how to produce multiple streams of income to where you can have this King of Pentacles energy of more than enough. It's so interesting because I'm getting some messages here. They're showing me something in regards to the 7 of Cups. Oh, okay. They're saying that your financial opportunities are going to feel a lot closer. It's going to be a lot easier for you to be able to touch those opportunities, whereas before they were further away. They felt out of touch or out of reach. It didn't seem like you could actually make way to them. But what they're saying is with this Knight of Cups, you're going to be able to now move towards them, and you're going to be able to grab the cups to make them your own. Okay, that makes sense. So within your finances, there's going to be opportunities that you're going to be able to see very clearly. They did speak about clarity in your mind too, right? So you're going to be able to see your financial opportunities very clearly. And you're also going to have multiple opportunities. I'm also seeing something that was previously thought of, like you thought it was done, like something like, oh, I'm not going to be able to do that anymore. Like maybe you had a business and it got closed down. It's going to be reopened. And it's going to thrive this time. You know what they're showing me is that you could have had some challenges in your finances and money in the past due to people that you were connected to as well. So if those connections have been detached or you've disconnected from those people, that is also another reason why these doors are being reopened for you, because it keeps showing me like reopened doors. And you're going to be able to grab these cups and move them forward independently. They're saying that some of these opportunities you're going to be able to handle independently without the assistance of others. There are some of these endeavors, because they're showing this like multiple streams of income, so it's like in some of these endeavors you're gonna need assistance from others. But the right people are going to come to you this time. There's also something about you being so connected to the divine and your higher self that you're going to be made fully aware of which situations are going to be beneficial versus which will, kind of pull in conflict. There's something about you like taking control of your finances. The blessing of you having control over your finances is interesting, because I keep seeing like other people walking around in the background. It's like they're showing me like a person and then there's other people around them. So it's kind of making me feel like you probably had a ton of other people's hands in your money pot. Like maybe you're helping people out. Maybe you were helping your family or something like that. Now you're going to learn how to take charge and own, like kind of take possession of your money as an independent, and that's going to grow it. Okay, so the money blessings that are coming in for you is you having total and complete control over your finances and not relying upon someone else's help to be able to do that. Okay, another thing is that you could have needed help from others. And that's where the teeter-tottering is coming from with this Two of Pentacles. You may have needed other people's help to support you with your finances, and that's going to shift. They're also showing me, I don't know, maybe some of you are going to have a partner, like a spouse, come in that is financially well off. We're going to look at love next, but you may have a spouse come in that's financially well off. And they may be supporting you to help you bring or restore balance back into your finances. Something like that. But there's definitely some type of financial shift here that's allowing you to move from a state of feeling imbalanced or lack into an abundance. But it's an abundance through your own gifts, your own opportunities. It's like a hand, your hand, they're showing me like your hand going out. So you are going to see the power that you have to create wealth. There's something very specific that they're telling me in regards to this too. Is that if the money is just given to you, like if they just throw millions of dollars at you, you may go back to this self-defeat and doubt, okay? So they're saying that the reason why you're going to be able to create this yourself is because you're going to continuously and consistently be able to see and recognize the power that is within your own hands. There's something connected to the power in your hands, which makes me think that you could have some healing powers or abilities, because it keeps showing me hands. So within your hands is the ability to produce and create an abundance of wealth, not just for you, but for everyone else. Generational wealth. is in your hands, pile number 3. Oh my God, that is so powerful. That is so powerful. That is so powerful. Okay, so let's look at your love life. Let's see what's coming in for love for pile number 3. Look at this, guys. That's crazy. A blessing for support. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's what they were showing. Somebody supporting you. And the bottom of the deck is a blessing of protection. So this new that you're walking into is protected energy. It's protected energy, and it's protected because of your spiritual connection. There's also something that they're speaking to here with this perception card about you shifting your perception. This, oh my God, even says this. Look at, guys. It says the frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. See, this is what they were speaking to earlier. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I'm pulling all these cards for you guys, because I did not do this for the other piles, but I just want to just pull whatever I'm being led to pull for you, so that we can kind of see like what Spirit and your team want to say. I just feel like they want me to just do this. So that's another 8 card too. And this is a 3 card, breaks down to 3, 3, and 9. And this is about collaboration. A blessing for support. Let's talk about love for pile number 3, okay? Let's talk about love. Protection. Oh my gosh, didn't we see that on something else? Oh yeah, a blessing of protection. And then look at the bottom of the deck here, guys. Is kinship, teamwork, connection, sharing, and supporting. See, I feel like you've been around a lot of people who haven't fully supported your like ability to shine. That's how it feels. It feels like you've had a lot of people that may be like undercover haters or something. The Hierophant. Love. Let's talk about love. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Guys, look at the bottom of the deck. This is you. Abundance in all your glory. Opening up to receive. There's something about you being so sure-footed on things coming your way. Like you've just been so aware that these things are coming. And look, another waterfall too. You've been so certain that these things are coming that you've opened up a gateway. I swear, that is so powerful. And look at these cards. The Page of Swords and the Tower. Now, I'm going to tell you that these 3 cards are speaking to the fact that this is a higher level of connection, love, relationship. And you're not going to like this, but I'm going to tell you exactly what's being shown to me is that there is someone coming, but they're not going to show us much more about this person. The reason why is they have the Hierophant, the Page of Swords, and the Tower. The Hierophant is always, for me, like a connection to spirit. This is something very spiritual. There's waterfalls in this person's card too. Oh my God. Can you guys see those? You're the High Priestess. This person is the freaking Hierophant. I just put that together. Oh my God. Okay. So if you're a spiritual being, I know you are if you're watching this pile. As a spiritual being, that is the most, like, who would not, as a High Priestess, who would pick somebody in the tarot deck other than the Hierophant to be their spouse? I don't think anybody, okay? This is the perfect, like, divine spiritual union that is coming in for you. Now, I don't know when, but I will tell you that with this Page of Swords, this always shows up to me as someone who is curious about you already. This person, the Tower is showing me, like, I'm getting weird stuff, but anyways, the Tower is showing me like this is somebody in your energy field, somebody that you at least know of and they know of you. It doesn't mean that you guys know each other. I don't think that you know each other at all. unless you're already in a partnership or already married, which this could indicate that. I don't think that you know this person, like actually know them. I think that you have an awareness of them. They have an awareness of you. There's something that both of you are curious about with one another, but nothing has actually transpired yet, unless it's happened, because the Tower is here. So this means anytime. This is like completely unexpected. This is Uranian energy. It's to me, the Tower is Uranus and Pluto. It's going to come in and it's going to shift some stuff out of nowhere. This is also eclipse energy. The Tower is eclipse energy. So if you're watching this, oh my gosh, pile number 3. I'm just blown away. If you're watching this, somebody's watching you, or somebody's fully aware of who you are. They have their eye on you. You guys are spiritually connected. There is a protective energy around this connection, and it is highly spiritually supported. I just feel like it won't be unveiled in this reading. And I honestly don't think that, based on the rest of the cards, that you're too like hard pressed on this energy. I think you're kind of just like, okay, if it happens or however it happens is okay with me. I think you probably already are aware of this energy. Let's just put it like that. I think you're fully aware of this energy. And I think you're like, well, if they make a move, they make a move. And if they don't, they don't. I think you know that you're protected and that you don't need someone else to come in and to help you feel stable. Because remember that 4 of Wands energy? You're recognizing that you're to be celebrated by yourself, right? Like you don't need anyone else's validation. You're not seeking attention. You're not seeking to be chosen because you already chose yourself. There's that energy in your reading here. Again, reminding you that you're the Empress and you had to work hard to get to this state because you've had to go through hell. And so you've already experienced hell, guys. Now it's time for you to experience heaven. These blessings that are eclipsing in for you are going to allow you to experience heaven. And I will say that these blessings are going to be way more powerful than I could ever express in this reading. This is just kind of like an entry into like a viewpoint of what's coming your way. While I was taking a break from trying to just capture all of this, I was feeling a ton of energy in my solar plexus. Like my stomach was just growling and just rah, 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 rah. I mean, it was going crazy. And I'm like, what is the problem? And I heard loud and clear, the solar plexus is the energy represented by the sun, the planet, the sun. This is bringing in the sun for you. These blessings are illuminating, highlighting, and bringing to life things in your life that have felt like they've been in the dark, like in the moon. That energy is being overshadowed by the sun energy coming in. And you know, they're telling me this quote, Martin Luther King, that only light can drive out darkness. And that's exactly what you've done within, and that's exactly what's about to happen on the outside. You're about to see everything that was dark in your world that you're experiencing shift into light energy. This is light-hearted energy. It's energy of freedom. It's energy of access, of resources. It's also energy of responsibility. You know, the Empress, people don't like to, be okay with that. But when you step into Empress energy, when you're the High Priestess, you have a responsibility. And the responsibility is first to take care of yourself so that you can then do what it is that you've been tasked to do in this lifetime. So you're all for it. I don't think you're running away. I don't think you're shying away. This is not going to be a page, because I heard somebody say, I don't want a page. This person is not a page. Remember, they're the Hierophant, you're the High Priestess. They're very spiritually aware. They could be a Taurus or a Libra coming through here with this energy, or a Scorpio, or have those things in their chart anywhere. Either way, it doesn't matter. I just figured I'd call that out since I saw it. Your perception has shifted, is shifting, and support is being offered to you, and it's because you've opened yourself up to receive it. This is amazing. I don't think I can say anything else but wow, my gosh, and woo! I can't wait to hear about this. If you're still here, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you. I mean, your energy is so beautiful. I just feel so honored to just be here. I hope you have the most amazing night. Feel free to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. Come back and tell us when all this happens, because I know for a fact that these things, if they haven't already started coming, they're on their way to you, and this is powerful as heck. Have a great night. Thanks so much for being here. I think I said everything I needed to. I'm blown away. Have a good night, guys. See you next time. Bye.